Make your kitchen ready for every summer gathering this Memorial Day with LG and Lowe's. Our exclusive InstaView appliance suite includes ranges with air fry, refrigerators with slow-melting craft ice, and an exclusive dishwasher you can only find at Lowe's. Plus, you'll get up to 10% back via a MasterCard prepaid card when you bundle eligible LG products via rebate. Shop Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Offer valid 3/3 through 5/18 on select LG items only. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details and timing.
Grandma, we missed you.
Come here, kids. It's so good to see you again. Grandma and I have to catch up. Why don't you play in the other room for a bit?
Okay.
It's good to see you again, Mom. We all missed you.
I'm sorry it took so long. I lost a lot to my gambling problems, but I'm happy to have my life back with you.
We are too, Mom.
If gambling is creating a problem for you, call the Washington State Helpline at 1-800-547-6133 or visit evergreencpg.org.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's our Loud and Local Band of the Week. This week, it's Punish the Scribes. Our Loud and Local Band of the Week, Punish the Scribes. You want to find out where you can get their music? It's simple. Steve will tell you. They got a brand new record. It's their debut release, and it's called The Ancients Judge the Folly of Man. Check it out. Very cool, heavy sound, and their stuff is available through their band's Bandcamp, which you can find at KSW.com. That's right, man. And don't forget Sunday nights. Oh, yeah, it's Loud and Local. If you like local music, you're going to like 8 o'clock Sunday night on The Rock, because it's Loud and Local, 2 hours, great music, bands like Punish the Scribes. Danny's jumping. He is. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy jump day for Danny. Yeah. Go Seahawks, because I guess there's still a 3% chance that they can make the playoffs.
There's still a chance, baby.
Still a chance.
I'm sure that'll totally happen. Let's get
to win this weekend, baby, and it's on. It's a 1-0 mentality, Rev.
Oh, there you go. Exactly. Yeah, it's like just on to the next game, right?
We can do it.
Okay. Okay. Let's get to our contestant today. We've got Jared in Port Orchard. Jared, are you there?
Morning, guys. How's it going?
Good morning, Jared. All right, Steve, get out of here. Get out! For those playing at home, Jared will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Jared, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Who starred alongside Billy Crystal in the late 80s movie When Harry Met Sally?
John Candy?
No.
Pass.
Finish the phrase. Like a deer in the what?
Headlights.
Yes. Who was Jennifer Aniston married to from 2000 to 2005?
Brad Pitt.
Yes. Which U.S. state is known as the land of Lincoln?
Pennsylvania.
No.
Massachusetts.
No.
Rhode Island.
No. Billy Joel released the late 80s song titled We Didn't Start the What?
Fire.
Yes. What currency do they use in Spain?
The franc.
No.
Euro.
Yes. Marsupials are mammals that have what unique feature?
Pouches.
Yes. In what time zone is Oklahoma located? What was that?
Central.
Yes.
Central.
Which mythological Roman messenger has a planet named after him?
Neptune.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 correct.
Well, he was right. He was, mythological, but the wrong people.
Yeah, and I mean, most of the planets are named after mythological Roman messengers, or not messengers, but mythological Roman.
Steve's back. I don't know if you know Steve's back. He's here. Your clues.
Oh no! Well, I don't think that's going to help him. Probably not.
Oh, all right.
I'm trying to pronounce mythological, so really, I don't know how that's going to help me.
Let's see if I can get through it again. Steve, are you ready?
Go Hogs.
Who starred alongside Billy Crystal in the late 80s movie When Harry Met Sally?
Oh, Meg Griffin.
No.
Meg Ryan.
Yes.
Griffin, nice.
Finish the phrase like a deer in the what?
In the headlights.
Yes. Who was Jennifer Aniston married to from 2000 to 2005?
Brad Pitt.
Yes. Which U.S. state is known as the land of Lincoln?
Nebraska.
No.
I'm going to go Pennsylvania.
No.
Arkansas.
No. Billy Joel released the late 80s song titled We Didn't Start the What?
Telling Steve to F off, kid.
No.
Start the fire.
Yes. What currency do they use in Spain?
They use euros.
Yes. Marsupials are mammals that have what unique feature?
Pouches.
Yes. In what time zone is Oklahoma located?
They are located in the central time zone.
Yes. Which mythological Roman messenger has a planet named after him?
Saturn?
No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You win 7-6.
Oh, so close, but you lost, Jared.
That's okay. I had fun.
Oh, he had fun. All right, then. That's all that matters.
That's all
Yeah.
that matters. It's not about winning.
Oh, there you go.
It's not about losing. It's not about playing your song. It's about having fun.
Hopefully the Seahawks have fun this weekend.
Winning.
This is a weird nitpick, but I guess I just like to say things right. Have I been saying deer in headlights wrong this whole time? It's deer in the headlights? I always say deer in headlights. Have I been an idiot this whole time?
I mean,
Like you're leaving out the?
yeah.
Yeah, I always say, oh, he's just like a deer in headlights. That's all. I've been saying that the whole time.
I mean, I guess
I've
you...
always said it's deer in headlights too, but I just figured, okay, maybe I just guessed I did it wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess, I mean, it sounds like it kind of works if you use the, or not the.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds good either way.
Well, that's not what I'm asking. I'm asking, is it, because I like to say things officially, because a lot of people say things wrong, like, I couldn't care less when it should be, I could care less when it should be I couldn't care less. I want to say it the right way. So
I'm
you're
seeing
saying
it both ways in different searches.
Yeah.
all right.
Literal on Google, it's like one is the, one is not.
Oh,
The proper way is deer in le headlights.
Oh,
headlights.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you. Thank you all for looking this up.
Does anybody happen to know the U.S. state that is known as the land of Lincoln?
Is it Illinois?
Yes, good job.
Thank you, buddy.
Why?
I thought he would. I know that they have his like log cabin there or something. He was a senator from Lincoln. That's right.
You mean senator from Illinois?
That's what I meant. Yeah, a senator from Lincoln.
There you go. Yeah, Lincoln. Well, yeah, Lincoln Logs, Lincoln, Nebraska. It's all part of it,
Yeah, there's something around there with that.
That's what.
Also, just so everyone knows, you should not Urban Dictionary deer in headlights.
Wow.
Is there something good there?
Don't ask why when it's on Urban Dictionary, BJ.
Well, where is it on the blue waffle scale?
Oh,
Not that bad, but
okay.
There's some different acts that are performed.
Don't look up that one either. Jeez.
Oh, I'm trying to think of what you. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, I just looked it up.
Damn.
Oh.
Has anybody in this room ever been part of that particular thing?
No. I mean, it's a good way to find out if you have prostate cancer, I guess.
Oh.
All right then. Damn.
Okay.
Maybe 'cause
Oh,
it's
right.
such a
Now I get it.
surprise. Oh, wow.
I get
Okay,
why
yeah.
you would be probably something happens where you go, whoa! And you
Just
look
like Steve did. Whoa!
Yeah. Okay. You look like a deer in headlights. All right. Cool.
Finally,
there's different Urban Dictionary ones. Some are a little bit more PG than others.
Yeah. The one that came up for me was not the prostate. It was. I can't. I don't know how to say this. So,
so don't.
Probably shouldn't.
So just don't.
Yeah.
Which mythological Roman messenger has a planet named after him?
It would be Mercury.
Yes. Good job.
And does FTD or a florist have him as like a logo or some delivery company? Because I remember seeing him somewhere delivering something.
Was it Mercury or was it Icarus for FTD? I know what you're talking about because I remember that logo.
Well, Icarus gets burned from the sun, doesn't he? I don't know.
Yeah, because he flew too close. So, yeah, maybe he's not a good messenger. So maybe FTD would make a little bit more sense with that.
And catch fire.
And yet the FTD logo is the Mercury. Is Mercury.
So Mercury's delivering flowers now. Good for him.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Congratulations on your win, Steve.
Good job, Stevie.
Man, I feel like Urban Dictionary needs to have somebody employed there that can just like kind of put their foot down and say, this is the only term that it can, because there's like 6 different things that people refer to as a deer in headlights when it comes to like raunchy things, and none of them connect with each other. So it's like you got to pick which one you want to go with Urban Dictionary. You can't just like throw all these out there willy nilly.
Well, what if it's like a regional thing, depending on where you're from? That's what it means.
Yeah, see, in Massachusetts, a whole different sort of sexable thing than here in Washington.
My favorite is one where you see your friend going number 2 in the woods, and then you dream about him sexually.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a deer in headlights.
You gotta lock eyes.
Who hasn't done that?
Wow.
What?
So you just happen upon, because sometimes that'll happen if you're camping. There's your buddy. Does it matter what the gender of the buddy is, or it's just anybody that you see?
It says a bro, so I'm assuming a dude.
Okay, so you're watching a bro, basically, do what he's got to do in the woods, like a bear would, and next thing you know, you're having sex dreams about him?
The next morning is going to be weird when you're like, bro, I had a weird dream about you.
Wow. That's a deer in headlights. All right, well
that's one of the many.
That's one of the many.
All right, that seems like one of the only ones you can describe, apparently. The other one, you haven't been able to describe any of the other 5.
Yeah, dude, I'm not even trying. I'm not
even going to try.
This is an off-air conversation.
Wow, I don't think so. I feel like everything that I've done in the world of sex is something we could somehow describe on the radio. So if you can't describe these things, I don't need to know about them anyway. I'll just stay vanilla. I'll be happy.
Yeah, you're very vanilla. So.
That's a good call.
Oh, hey, don't vanilla shame me. Just because I never deer in headlights my buddy, as far as he knows. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. Yeah, you're picking the topic. You're guiding the show. 206-421-ROCK. You can also text us at 77999. What do you want to talk about? We got your calls. We got your texts at 919 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino. Listeners on the Loose, you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999. It's simple. You get through on the phone lines, and you follow Steve's rule.
It's a simple rule, BJ, and that's to show some energy and bring it. Otherwise, we're going to have to gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK, text us at 77999. Monica in Federal Way, you are on The Rock.
BJ Shea.
Who cares? Hey, Monica, what you got for us today?
Hi. So I'm a DoorDash driver. I've been driving with DoorDash for about a year now. And I have a question for customers. Why aren't people tipping right now? In case customers don't know, our base pay to do one delivery is like $2. So we're not going to go pick up your McDonald's for $2, drive it all the way to your house, and then leave with no tip. No tip, no trip.
Oh, look at this. No, how do you know if you're getting tipped? Can they do it after the fact, or do they have to do it before?
So we can see what you tip before the fact, but if you want to tip after the fact, that's on you. If you want your food cold or not, so the way it works is like we'll get an order, and it'll say, okay, $2.50 for, Taco Bell. So we're already going to assume the base pay for DoorDash is $2.50. We know we're not getting a tip. You know, if it says $10 for Taco Bell, okay, that means the customer tipped because, like I said, DoorDash base pay is $2.50. So if it says $2.50 for Taco Bell and you don't leave a tip, that order just sits there and waits because no Dasher is going to sit there and say, oh, yeah, I'll drive 5 miles, wait in line for your food, and then bring it to your house and leave with a happy smile with 0 tips. We just worked for $2 a whole 30 minutes. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you've actually helped me out, Monica, because I mean, I always thought tipping was something you did after. Like my brain goes, yeah, I'll tip you if my stuff comes proper. But if you're saying it's got to be preemptive, this I think is really why I'm having so many problems, and not just your company. I wonder if that's why my stuff gets eaten or gets there cold. Oh, wow. I never even thought that, yeah, you're just assuming that nobody will tip you if it doesn't happen beforehand, which I have to say is reasonable because there's a lot of cheapskates out there.
Most of the time when it says, like, what it says for pay, that's what we're going to get paid. Every now and then we'll get a unicorn order. You know, if we're delivering to, like, somebody's job or something, we'll get a unicorn order and, like, everyone at that job will tip. And then we'll get like a $30 tip. But that's really rare. You know, if you're ordering just one meal for yourself at home, like how much are you really going to tip, if anything at all?
Wow. Do you guys?
Yeah, if you can't tip somebody on a DoorDash order or any delivery order, then just go pick up the food yourself. Like that just seems kind of ridiculous. Like, I don't know. Every time I've done it, I always tip in advance. Not DoorDash, but like if I do like Jimmy John's or any of those places where it says like you could include the tip when you make the order, I always put the tip in advance, and a lot of times, like the driver, or the delivery person will come up and they'll make it a point of like, "Hey, thanks for that tip." I'm like, "What? Aren't everyone?" In my head, I'm like, "Well, I mean, if you're doing a delivery, of course you're going to tip someone."
Yeah, how about the rest of you guys? I mean, is that what you do as well? Do you tip ahead of time?
Yeah, I tip usually about 25% every time.
Okay.
We don't order food via any kind of like delivery system. We usually just go pick it up. So
I see how you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you tip yourself at least?
With the food.
Okay, fair enough. I have to say I learned something now, and it could, I hope it's not just generational. Well, actually, I do hope it's generational because that means people aren't being cheap. People are just confused. I'm a person you just were raised to tip after you got your product. But now I see her point. It's like, look, I'm out there. I know what I'm getting paid. Why would I rush around and get your order if I know if there's no tip on there? It makes complete sense to me.
And a lot of people nowadays aren't even they're not even answering the door. Like you drop off the food at the door. So because some people think, well, I'll tip you when you show up and I'll hand you like a $10 bill or something along those lines. But some people just want things to be contactless.
And I know when I was sick, I ordered a bunch of groceries from 2 different stores, and I was able to tip beforehand. And my groceries came a lot earlier than I thought they would, so that was nice. But I do this thing. I know it's silly, but it makes me feel good. Because I have the Ring Cam, I have a little basket outside my house because I order a lot of packages, especially this time of year. And I put a whole bunch of snacks in there for the delivery drivers. So I have like Gatorade, I have some chips. It also keeps me from eating all the chips when I buy the big box of from the Costco. I put like the little packs of cookies and stuff. And like it's nice like when you see like the delivery guy on the Ring Cam just kind of give you a little wave like a thank you. And I'm like, okay.
You put a little sign out there so they know that's what I mean. I would think that's what it's for. Why are you putting that in here? But did you have a little sign? Go take
it's
one.
Like, take a treat or 2 or whatever. But water bottles and Gatorade.
I want to hate you for that, but it's a really good idea.
I'm like, it's sweet. I don't know. I just think it's nice. Like it's not something that's expected, especially because some delivery drivers don't get tipped.
Know where I'm going today?
Yeah, I'm
going to take a ride north. I'm just going to bring empty boxes. I mean, you're not going to know.
I have a Ring Cam, BJ.
Well, I'll put a mask on and a hat and an empty box and take my treats. And then, hey, here you go. Thank you. Well, you know what they'll be in the box? Wrappers of the snacks that I ate. Oh, yeah. Here's your wrappers. I got a plan. I'm very excited.
Wow.
We got a text that says, my girlfriend works for a grocery delivery company. Tipping has been especially bad. 50-item grocery orders. I have to go up she has to go up to the 25th floor apartment, and they don't tip. If they do, maybe 5%.
That's crazy.
And, I will say this, though. Something's got to be done in that respect because, I mean, I'll tell you what's got to be done. The companies just want to sell their food, and so who's getting hurt, of course, is the drivers and the deliverers, because if the companies actually raise the price for this service so that they could pay people better, basically force tip, then a lot more people wouldn't be using it. Therefore, they wouldn't be selling their product. And so the little guy gets slammed again. And that sucks. I really think it's something they should just say, look, this is what it costs. If you want door-to-door service, it's going to cost you X, as opposed if you just came into the supermarket, it would cost you cheaper. But they're not going to do that because they want to sell their stuff.
The people that bug me are the ones that like order food and then complain about the price the whole time. I'm like, you're getting food delivered to your door by a restaurant. Like, you be willing to pay more if you're willing to do that. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, I can't talk to people that don't know value, Danny. I cannot talk to people that don't understand the value of things because I have a short fuse for those people. It's like, do you know how much things cost? Do you know how the world works financially? You need to not talk to me.
yeah, you don't have to get up out of your bed to go to the store. Like, what are you doing?
I mean, really, and I'm really glad Monica called because I have been accidentally being a dick. I didn't know.
Accidentally, come on.
This issue.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's been intentional for all my years.
Hey, Vicky, so this is a FedEx driver, and people that leave snacks outside are the best.
Wow. Yay.
See, we want to do that at our house, but we also have a good conglomeration of crows and raccoons, so we are, just to be on the safe side, we don't do that.
Or put it in a cooler.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
those raccoons are really, really smart.
You've made a mistake by befriending the crows and the raccoons. You can't leave anything outside.
You call it a mistake. I call it preparing for the soon-to-be animal war.
Mm. Oh, you know what? I mean, look, if we have any sort of Armageddon, zombie style or animal style, you are going to be ready. I mean, that's a good point.
Damn right.
I am going to go to when S goes south, I will consult the Rev because S has gone south in his mind for years. He will be an expert.
Oh, I have a plan.
And I mean, hell, I saw that story. It was like some guy got into a fight with like 20 otters because
I saw that too.
Wait. I did not see that story. What?
It happened in Singapore. There was a guy, he was walking by, saw a bunch of otters. They were like 15 feet away from him, and he was a jogger. And then another jogger jogged right by the otters. For some reason, they were just out and about. I guess he was like at the Botanic Gardens there. And the otters got spooked out by the other guy that ran by. So they just kind of like turned into like fight mode, and they just attacked that guy in 10 seconds. They bit him 26 times.
Oh my gosh. Whoa.
Fortunately, he had a friend with him at the time, and the friend started screaming and waving the arms, and then the otters were like, oh crap, they froze. And then him and the friend were able to run away, and he says, if it wasn't for my friend waving his arms, those otters probably would have killed me.
Damn, dude.
Otters are super dangerous. They may look cute, but they are very, very dangerous.
They are technically predators.
Mm-hmm. Okay, how do you both know this? Have you fought otters? Are you weird people? Do you keep otters in your house to fight people?
We both have a mutual friend that works at the Point Defiance Zoo and Aquarium who has definitely said, yes, otters are very dangerous. They may look cute, but they are very bitey.
And I learned that otters are technically predators from the movie Zootopia. Of course I did.
Of course you did.
Maybe an otter should be the mascot for the Kraken.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, I think they did like a stuffed otter for like a little thing at the team store.
I don't know, Steve. How about maybe the otter should play for the Kraken? Okay, maybe that's a way we can score a damn goal. What do you think?
We need that aggression.
Yeah, we need something.
At this point, I'll take whatever we can get, BJ.
You pick the topic. You guide the show. It is Listeners on the Loose. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Or if your calls and texts at 933.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Kickstart summer at Lowe's with Memorial Day savings on major appliances like the Smart Whirlpool Top Load Washer featuring the 2-in-1 removable agitator in a color you'll only find at Lowe's. Take it out for bulky items, leave it in for a more thorough clean. You can customize any load, plus skip steps with the Load and Go dispenser. Simply add detergent once and skip the refills. Memorial Day savings start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today.
Oh my gosh, it's been too long since I've been on a bike.
I really like it. Living a healthy life free of gambling problems is a lot of fun and a nice change of pace.
Did you say race?
No. Yes.
Reconnect with yourself and the ones you love. If gambling is creating a problem for you, there's hope and help. For more information, call the Washington State Helpline at 1-800-547-6133 or visit evergreencpg.org. That's evergreencpg.org.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.
Hey guys, Matt McAllister here. Now look, all couples argue or disagree from time to time, but when that comes your norm and you find yourself, drifting apart, it might be time to reconsider that relationship. Look, I've been there. It's not easy on anybody, but if you do need professional, compassionate help, you might want to talk with the folks at Family Law Solutions. They're the partner you need when times get really tough. They provide solutions from adoption to prenuptial agreements to divorce and child support. And you don't have to go this alone. Get started today at FamilyLawSolutionsNorthwest.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
So just text and say, guys, how are we doing with Coach for Kids? I donated $100. Thanks for doing what you do for the kids. It's an awesome, awesome charity thing that you guys put together. I am looking at our website, KSW.com, and BJ, we are about $60 away from $19,000 raised for Coach for Kids.
Nice. Oh, that is fantastic.
So if one person joined the 69 Club, we'll be over $19,000 right now.
I like this plan.
And I do want to thank a lot of the Rockaholics that have been donating some. Megan Wilson donated $100. So did Bill Jake, as did Matt Hancock, Mark Green as well, all donating $100. And shout out to David Hubbard for donating $21, and then Rudolph Arona donating $50. Lots of great stuff happening with the Rockaholics, donating what they can to help put coats on kids in need.
That is some awesome news. And again, all you got to do is go to KISW.com. $20. That's all it takes to put a brand new coat on a kid here in Washington State that needs one. And even if you don't have 20, whatever you can give is very much appreciated. And if you can share it on your socials because you don't have a lot of money to give this year, that works too. Go to KISW.com to donate today for Coats for Kids, presented by Palace Law.
And don't forget, join the 69 crew. The club is a very prestigious, non-exclusive. All you have to do is give us money, and that's $69 to Coach for Kids, and then boom, you can brag and put it on your LinkedIn profile that you're a part of the 69 Club.
Nice. I mean, look, that's going to get you a job, I'm sure. Once people, it's like a exclusive club where they go, oh, it's between this guy and this guy. Wait, you were part of the 69 Club? All right, you're in.
Yes.
So remember LinkedIn. That's why you got to remember that. All right, so 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Earlier, we were talking about different ways people have fallen asleep, because Vicky said she fell asleep at a rave. I said that I fell asleep at a garbage private music session. Somebody said they fell asleep at the NASCAR West Coors Light 200 at the Evergreen Speedway. We were in the bleachers under a metal roof.
Dang.
Yeah.
So I guess during a Sonic Youth concert.
Yeah, if it gets really hot, I can see people just nodding off. Or unless you like the Rev, if it gets super, super hot, you just rage quit the whole situation.
Well, yeah, the stupid sun was hitting me on that stupid. Was it a White Sox game? No,
yeah, it sure was. It was White Sox Mariners. Yeah.
Oh man, I just had to hide behind a pillar just so I could not get the sun beating down on me the whole time. I hated that.
We were so happy to be in in Chicago at the old Comiskey Park, U.S. Cellular Field, now whatever it's called now, where the White Sox were actually hosting our Mariners, and we were in town for the convention, and so were the Mariners.
And we were so pumped. We're all gone. We got on the train. We got to the game. I got some really delicious corn that was topped with all these crazy toppings. And I remember we went to get concessions, come back. I'm like, where's the Rev? And I can't remember who said it. Danny, I think this was before you were around with us. So it was just like, Rev got mad and left.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, in addition to that, we were out in left field. I was sitting there. The seats were too small for my fat ass. The sun was beating down on me. I was getting sunburnt. So I was just like, you know what? Screw this. I'm just going to go stand in the promenade, and I'm just going to hide out, and eventually I'll catch up with you guys.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was glorious.
Of course, I think that might have been the same year that I got so hot and sweaty while we were walking around that I just gave up, took off my shirt, and was walking past a bunch of restaurants that had patio seating, and I'm just yelling with my shirt off, sweating, just this sucks. I hate this place.
Yeah, people
it was
are
a scene out of South Park, and Cartman was having a meltdown.
Yeah, I had such a meltdown.
Shirtless Cartman yelling at the restaurant patrons. Very, very odd.
I wasn't yelling at them, but yeah.
Yeah. 206-421-ROCK.
Yeah.
Text us at 77999. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show.
Oh, someone has a great question. I'm excited to see what everyone has to say about this one. They said, guys, be honest. How many 5-year-olds do you think you could realistically take in a fight?
Wow, this is a very bizarre question.
Now, okay, first off, are they all coming at the same time, or are they going one by one? Because if it's one by one, it's infinite.
Oh yeah, I agree, dude. There's not one 5-year-old out there that could take me down. I'm positive.
But if there was like a group of them, like the Otters,
oh gosh, right. Yeah, right. They'll eventually overwhelm you. I feel.
Yeah.
What do you think? Though? I think I'm good on at least 10.
Oh, 10.
I don't think that high.
Yeah, once you get like one good punch in on each of them, they're going to start crying. So at that point,
yeah, if they're regular 5-year-olds,
yeah,
they're regular 5-year-olds, right? They don't have like ninja skills like Neo or something like that, right?
Well, have you seen the normal 5-year-old? Usually, they're pretty athletic.
I mean, they are at the perfect height though to really just give your boys a workout.
Right?
What's the average height of a 5-year-old?
I looked it up because I was curious. Average height is about 3.5 feet.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Dude, that's right. It's boys' territory.
But the thing
is,
is,
even get there.
The typical 5-year-old weighs about 40 pounds. So if you get like 10 of them charging at you at once, they might be able to take you down. And once you're down on the ground, it is all over.
It is not like some sort of martial arts action movie where for some reason everybody decides, let's fight them one at a time, even though we have 30 guys. That's not how it's going to be.
Dude, I think, though, with 10, enough... I mean, I'm not very limber, but I feel like I can get a couple of good roundhouse kicks to knock a few of them down.
Roundhouse kicks?
What do you think? You're Neo now?
Yeah,
You're just
I don't
basically
know about you doing a roundhouse
about 40
kick.
Agent Smiths across the block. Okay, I feel like
roundhouse kicking a 6-foot tall person. They're 3 feet high. Like it's like I don't even think I'd pull a groin doing that.
Yeah. All they got to do is duck from your roundhouse kick because they're only 3 foot whatever. I mean, think about it. You know, you put your leg. You're gonna have to do like a sweeping kick in order to really make sure you get them.
Yeah. I might even grab one by the legs and just swing them around and knock all the other ones down with them.
We are talking. We are talking to the verified champ, so you know.
Yeah. No, that's true. You do have all of that training.
Yeah.
All right. If you do,
yes, of fighting 5-year-olds.
Well, you have a lot of pent up anger towards them because they flip you off and stuff.
Well, Danny, do you think you could take 10 5-year-olds?
You know, probably. I say 10 for sure. I think we're getting like in the woods around like 15.
Oh, so you think 15 is not doable for you? 15 5-year-olds?
Like 15 is getting to the point of like I don't know. I don't have that many quick reactions.
See, Danny, all you have to do is just pretend that you're at a concert in a mosh pit and it's all over for those guys. I think you could probably get up to 20 at that point.
Oh, all right.
Is this a pre-foot injury, Danny? Because now you might be afraid.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. You've got a bum leg there.
I don't think it's going to work. Yeah, I think probably 5 is my limit.
But if I have my crutches, then I could take them all out really quickly.
Hey, now, no weapons.
That's why you bring your poles everywhere, right, BJ?
To defend 5-year-olds.
You know what? You're absolutely right. It'll work on 5-year-olds. I probably have no doubt about it. If it's going to stop a bear, it'll stop a 5-year-old.
I do feel like the 5-year-olds have to say something mean. I don't know if I could like mentally get amped up to fight a child. Like they have to do something that make me upset. Like one of them has to have like maybe like hit my daughter or something like that where I'm like, I gotta revenge her.
Are we have a fantasy conversation and you feel like I just want to qualify? Unlike the rest of these savages, I really wouldn't want to fight a 5-year-old. What do you think? The rest of us are just waiting for our time?
Right. Yeah.
We all none of us want to fight 5-year-olds, Steve. Okay. I haven't put that on my Facebook.
5-year-olds.
Gee, I just want you to know it would have to be like a Liam Neeson situation before I would engage the 5-year-old.
Also, I'm going to put this.
Remember one time we were at like a park in Puyallup and some kid pushed Tatum out of the way, and I looked at the kid and went, "Watch it." And my wife's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "What?" She's like, "You just went watch it to like a 6-year-old." I'm like, "Well, you pushed Tatum out of the way." She's like, "You can't like." I was like, well, I don't know what to do. I'm still trying to figure out this parenting thing. And I saw him push my kid. I got mad.
And Steve squares up to a 6-year-old.
It happened. I think it happens every time. I can't speak for women, but that when somebody look, when you realize you're taller than the average old chump, and you go, all right, I think I can take this kid, because that happened with Joey. Somebody pushed Joey around, and I was like, I am going to go beat those 2 kids' asses right now. I think I can get her. I was so angry. I was like, they could probably wreck me because they might have been like 8, but I didn't care. I was just like,
that's funny.
I said, I'm going to go over there. And Kathy did the same thing, Steve. She's like, you're not really going to go over there and have a fight with 2 8-year-olds, are you? You're like, she's like, well, just go get Joe. If anything's a problem, we'll go get him. I think he'll be okay. Let him handle it himself. I'm like, no, those bastards are not going to touch my boy. I got to get his back.
I don't know what else to do. I figured I'd say watch it, meaning hey, I'm not going to actually do anything to the kid. I'm just just watch where you're going.
What's wrong with watching?
I guess I said it in a very aggressive way.
But even still, I miss that. I miss the days where a father could give a tone to any child. Because you know what? Look, especially boys. Boys are idiots. Okay, little boys sometimes can be morons, and you need that father tone to go, hey, what are you doing? I mean, you can't do that anymore. I miss those days.
I technically did that recently, but I didn't do it in the dad tone. There was these 2 kids messing around. I wanted a waffle ice cream cone thingy at the mall, and these kids were running around touching all the where you could scoop your own toppings and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they're just being complete a-holes. Nobody's saying anything. I look at one of them and made eye contact. I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I don't know. And he walked out.
I don't know.
But I didn't yell. I didn't raise my voice. I just looked at him like, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know. And then they knocked it off. You don't need to raise your voice anymore. You just need to show that you're
the mom look. See, now that's another good look.
And I had a mask on, too, so they only looked at the eyes. So they saw.
They saw the mom. See, the mom
it's
vibe
just as effective.
What are you doing?
And I didn't need to yell.
I'm surprised that they didn't think you were another 8-year-old.
Yeah. I would get my ass kicked by 5-year-olds.
Yeah, someone just texted in saying, just tuning in, why are we beating up 5-year-olds? Because you're attacking us.
Well, apparently...
Hypothetical?
No, it's not hypothetical. Uh-oh. Steve's family was threatened by a gang of 5-year-olds, and now we have to come up with a strategy. I mean,
defend his honor.
It started with that one kid at the playground who apparently is the 5-year-old mob boss. We didn't know this.
And he didn't watch it, and then I had to watch it.
And Steve told him to watch it, and the kid said, watch this, pal. And next thing you know, the rest of his gang, rest of his gang come out of the woods after the roundhouser. And next thing Steve knows, he's like, wow, they got super soakers. They got the Nerf guns. Oh, these kids means business.
One texter said all you have to do is just back up into the corner of a building or something. That way they can only attack you from one direction. Then their numbers mean nothing.
What if you're in a field?
What's that?
I said, what if you're in a field? You don't know.
Look, if I'm taking on 5-year-olds, I'm not going to take on boy bands either, okay? If they're going to come at me, if One Direction's coming at me, I'm not. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Yeah. Well, what if it's like me and Danny are there, and we go back to back with our fists up, like in those movies?
Oh, right.
I think you can take on 20 at that point.
Oh, and then we could interlink arms, and then you could spin me around.
Do the kick.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you can be like Sparta. Just get a bunch of shields. Those kids will never be able to touch you.
Wow. Yeah. And as I'm spinning you, I'll be yelling, watch it!
Oh, and believe me, the kids will know, that's the battle cry. Watch it. We are.
So I said, but what about 10-year-olds?
See, then it just
10-year-olds, forget about it.
No, that's double. No, that's double the thing. So
they're evil too. They know they got stuff. 10 years old, they knows what. No, not 10-year-olds.
A 10-year-old will hone in on your insecurities and just make fun of you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They don't even beat you up. You just start crying.
They're old enough to know you're a loser. That's the thing. They could just point that right out and go, okay, boomer, we're not even going to fight you. You're such a loser.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Wow. Look, one 10-year-old just put me down. All right, we have a big question that needs to be answered. What do Ryan Castle and a chocolate Easter bunny have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and a chocolate Easter bunny have in common?
Hollow inside. You're like, that looks good. And then you realize, there's nothing inside there. It's just
It's empty. True. I was thinking that because you sent a picture of a nice Christmas scene I saw on Facebook, and I was thinking, I know it's a beautiful scene, but he's hollow on the inside. Look at him.
Well, also, I was wearing fleece pajamas, and they were very warm, so I was sitting in a puddle.
Oh, nice.
I don't want to know about you sitting in any puddle, sir. That's disturbing, especially in fleece pajamas.
One texter says they're both empty inside. Another one says Steve likes to eat both from the head. Another one says Steve likes eating them both from the butt first.
Oh, right, he does, yeah.
He's more of a nibble on the ears first kind of guy.
He likes
one texter says my grandma loves to nibble on both.
See this?
She's a dirty bird.
This is, man, I love this story. There's a guy in Australia who was in a candy aisle, and he noticed that Cadbury's Big Chocolate Santas were more rabbit-shaped than Santa-shaped. So he bought one, opened the wrapper, and it does look like they're trying to pass off these chocolate bunnies that apparently didn't sell on Easter as chocolate Santas.
Gosh, that is so funny.
Oh,
does it taste
so
like
fantastic.
chocolate still?
Well, chocolate gets that light color to it. We don't have to worry about it here, though. Cadbury apparently doesn't sell the Santas here, so we don't have to worry about getting, basically catfished on the old Easter candy. Speaking of getting catfished, Ryan Castle. He says he's got a 12-pack, but I don't know what he's going to give you. That's next.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
Because I'm just wearing my sweatpants and a T-shirt. I mean, these are kind of like my pajama pants. It's like my Old Navy sweats.
I was going to say, don't you sleep naked, Steve? So I'm just glad he's not wearing his pajamas.
Oh, my goodness. Wouldn't that be weird if I just put a shirt on, but every time I got up, you guys saw my bare butt?
Oh, God.
First of all, that's not what we would see, because you're facing us in the Zoom camera, so it wouldn't be your bare butt that we would see.
Yeah, true.
That would be the best case scenario.
Is that Gonzo on the screen?
Yeah, exactly.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. And thanks for listening.
Kickstart summer at Lowe's with Memorial Day savings on major appliances like the Smart Whirlpool Top Load Washer featuring the 2-in-1 removable agitator in a color you'll only find at Lowe's. Take it out for bulky items, leave it in for a more thorough clean. You can customize any load, plus skip steps with the Load and Go dispenser. Simply add detergent once and skip the refills. Memorial Day savings start now at Lowe's. Shop in-store or online today.
I'm glad we can take this time for ourselves.
I know, me too. It's nice going on new adventures, experiencing new things, and creating new memories again. I missed you when you seemed lost in your gambling.
Well, I'm back and ready to visit new places and see new sights. Oh, and try new foods.
Yes, new foods.
If gambling is creating a problem for you, call the Washington State Helpline at 1-800-547-6133 or visit evergreencpg.org.
Take the next step toward the career you want, be it business, cybersecurity, healthcare, or more. UMGC can help you get there. No application fee when you apply by August 31st. Visit umgc.edu, certified to operate by Chev.